The next topic is, do the Lakers have a real chance to win the championship? And the Lakers just like they have a better roster than everybody gives credit to. They've always had a good roster. They just wasn't putting it together correctly. And I think they've been having problems with, it's the elephant in the room that LeBron wasn't there at first and they were playing great. And then he showed up and then the team got mediocre slash bad. And then they found themselves a little bit once LeBron embraced being a third option. So if we're being real, the Lakers, it's just hard to judge them because they got two white guys. No disrespect to nobody, but hey, let me get this out too. This is not the topic, but LeBron can never be compared to Kobe and Jordan because he got two unathletic white guys playing in front of him in a Laker jersey, and that would never have happened in Kobe or Mike's career ever. Will they be playing behind two unathletic white guys? One guy was undrafted, and the other guy's not even from here. So salute to Austin and Luka because both of them are fire and having great years. But I'm just saying, the great LeBron James is playing third option. He had two 12-point games in a row too, by the way, behind Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic, bro. So I don't want to hear nothing else about the GOAT conversation, man. I had to get that off real quick. Sorry if I just triggered y'all. But and so Lakers have a good team though. DeAndre Ayton, Austin Reeves, Luka, LeBron, Marcus Smart. They got a dope roster from top to bottom, and they've always should have had a contending team since this team was created. But everybody was using all these excuses, and this team was not built for Luka. It was only built for LeBron, and blah 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 blah. If we look at the players, they got really good players, top to bottom, all stars, champions, made men on the team. So I just feel like the Lakers have always should have been looked at as a contender. We're looking at the Spurs as a contender all year, all of a sudden, but we're supposed to not look at the team with Luka and LeBron and Austin Reeves and DeAndre Ayton on it, and they're not supposed to be a contender. So I do think the Lakers should be looked at as a contender. If they're not on OKC's level, obviously, because they're a proven championship team. But the Spurs, they're on the same level as the Spurs, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Rockets. Now, are they going to beat these teams? The Clippers. These are all teams on the same level to me.
Kawhi been playing out of his mind lately.
Now, the Spurs are above, on a higher level than the rest of them. I'll give them credit for that. But I'm just saying the Spurs haven't proven anything either. Spurs can get in the playoffs and lose to the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? They could lose to anybody. It could happen. I haven't seen it. Timberwolves beat the Lakers at the 6th seed last year in 5 games. So I'll let y'all get your shit off, man. I think the Lakers should be considered a contender. And I think if they play against any team other than OKC, they have a legit chance to win. But I don't trust their defense, though. Their offense is legitimate at times, but they have no defense. Go ahead. How you feel?
As the resident Rockets fan, there have been years and years and years and years and years where we have had a better roster than the Lakers, and we still couldn't beat them. Like, for some reason, the Lakers have always had our number, even back when Kobe had like the most egregious roster that's ever been assembled. Like, even with prime Mohawk Harden, we still could not beat these niggas, bro. I don't know what it is. But as it pertains to right here, right now, today, because we all saw that when Aiden first got there, he was looking like junior varsity. The nigga was just lost. You know what I'm saying? So, and now the random conversations in the corner are saying, well, if you give, they're saying it's reflective of JJ Redick's coaching. Whether they win or lose, because to have a roster of that magnitude and you're not maximizing on who you have, people are looking at the coaching staff. Because you take any other coach, whether you like them or not, and give them the same roster, whether it be the Lakers or any other team, you give them same core 6-7 names, oh, they making shit shake. So what's really the problem? Is it the chemistry on the floor? Is it the locker room? Or is it what we all believe, that success comes from the top? Does this fall on JJ Redick? Does this fall on the people in the front office? Like, what's the issue? I mean, on paper, they're absolutely a championship contender. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to the third seed in the West just by lollygagging and just getting by. You know what I'm saying? So they've definitely made a playoff push that some people probably didn't expect them to be the third seed. But I mean, you got damn right the Lakers are contenders. They just got to get their shit together.
How you feel, Mace? Facts.
The Lakers have. I don't believe they have a chance to win a championship. um, should they be contenders? Absolutely so. Like you said, there's no way you should have even hated them, LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves on the same team, and you're not a contender. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like you have the personnel, DeAndre Ayton finally figured it out. Like he said, he looked in the mirror and said, "I'm not that guy. I'm gonna run the floor. I'm gonna get these rebounds, and I'm
not Clint Capella."
Yeah, ever since this is true. Ever since he decided to act like Clint Capella, they've gotten better. So you have your athletic big, let's call it that. You have your franchise guard. You have your A-list player. He has a sidekick, and you have a third option. Most teams don't have all that in one. So there's no reason why you have a franchise player who's MVP caliber, a secondary option who is a solid B plus player, which is Austin Reeves. They got LeBron James, even as a third option, should still be giving you at least 12 and like I said, 12 points a game and 12 and 5. And then you got DeAndre Ayton coming off the 12 and 10. But that's what are we doing here? Like your bench can't give you another 25 a game to get this over the hump. Like I'm just saying, like that's stuff you got to take into account. They're on that second tier. The only way the Lakers I feel like they'll get there is they've got to have the right matchups to make it there. Like they've got to avoid certain teams to try to pull it out their butt. But if they got to run through OKC before the finals and all that, yeah, they're going home. I'm with you. I think the Timberwolves will send them home. I'm not sure about the Rockets only because they don't have a point guard. And on top of that, not being foul, once you double Kevin Durant in the fourth quarter, they kind of don't exist. I'm not being foul. You can look at statistically. Kevin Durant is your offense. If Kevin Durant is double teamed in the fourth quarter, or he's forced to give the ball up in the last 5 minutes, you can look at statistical, look it up. They fold. They just have nothing outside of Kevin Durant in the fourth quarter. So you don't want to be in the fourth quarter. And unfortunately, looking at the Lakers, they're one of those teams where, like, if they're down by less than 10 with 5 minutes to go, yeah, Luka about to do something. They got Austin Reeves. Whereas I don't like that for the Rockets. So Rockets kind of got to put you out your misery early. If you get to the fourth and it's within let's say five possessions, I don't like the Rockets relying only on Kevin Durant in the playoffs and a half court situation. That's just me.
Yeah, I agree. Sengun was out when they was doubling up on
That's true.
Durant and
That is true.
and shit. Like he ain't have nobody else that was stepping up offensively. But I do agree. That's the only team that I think the Lakers have the best chance against is the Rockets.
That's it.
If they play against the Suns, they're gonna beat the Suns. But the Clippers, the Clippers are not a good matchup for the Lakers, and neither are the Nuggets or the Timberwolves. And the Spurs and the Thunder will definitely beat the Lakers if you ask me if they come to play.
Yep.
But I don't trust the Spurs until I've seen them win something, bro. I just can't. Like, and Wemby is great, but Wemby has to go to the bench, and they're not a great team when Wemby's not playing. You know, they become a lot more regular, obviously, because you don't have an alien out there. So, yeah. So we pretty much agree on that. The Lakers are, consider a second tier contender.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you really think about it, bro, the only contenders are on the West. So
yeah.
What are we talking about? There's no contenders there. You got to be a contender. It's OKC, the Spurs, the Pistons are not contenders. The Celtics are, or I guess you want to consider. They're not a contender, bro. Tatum is half. He's on one leg for real. He's gonna get himself up to speed, but he's not gonna be ready to be going full speed ahead. He's gonna be being very careful through the playoffs. If I have to guess,
Detroit without Cade is like,
yeah, come on, bro. They only going so far out the first round, pretty much.
The top five seeds in the West if any of them make the playoff, if any of them make the NBA championship, they're going to win the title. Whereas on the East, you can look at anybody and go, I don't care who's going to get there. You're probably going home in 5. That's it. This is
I could say 6 out of the top 8 seeds in the West could win.
Yeah, I give you that. It's just not. It's unfair. Like there's nothing. The thing that you can do is hope the West beats up on each other, and then someone's injured or too tired. But strength to strength, there's nobody like you said in the top 6 on the East who can touch them. The number 1 seed in the East cannot beat the top 6 seeds in the West in a 7-game series. It's not happening.
Cleveland, New York, and the Celtics are the only teams left on the East that have a chance to do something, and nobody's worried about them. Nobody's scared of them, bro. OKC gonna have their way with them. Spurs will have their way with them. Even the Lakers, if they made it to the finals, they would beat up.
Oh yeah, they'll have their way with all them.
Nuggets beat up on them. Timberwolves, Ant-Man will get a championship. Whoever come out the West is getting a championship this year, man.
On that note, do we need the expansion?